Good morning, students. Now we'll carry forward exercise 8.2. In my last segment, I have just completed from question number 1, 2, 3. Now we'll discuss about question number 4. We can see in the diagram that ABCD is a trapezium given here. So let's draw a trapezium. A, B, C, D. Just I would like to suggest you once again that please refer diagram for each and every question. That is important. So ABCD is a trapezium and BD is the diagonal and E is the midpoint of AB. Now BD is given as diagonal. So let's draw a diagonal here, BD, and E is the midpoint of AD. E is somewhere, it is the midpoint of AD. A line is drawn through E parallel to AB intersect BC at F. E parallel to AB intersects BC at F. Clear? What is to prove that F is the midpoint of BC? Let's write the proof here. What is to prove? That is to prove F is the midpoint of BC. Now from indication of the question, we have given that E is the midpoint of AD and F is parallel to AB, and what to prove that F is the midpoint of BC. So let's start our solution. We will write here AB parallel to DC. This is what property of trapezium, and EF is parallel to AB. Both are, this one is the property of trapezium, that is the opposite side is what parallel, and here EF is parallel to AB given. Okay, so what we can say that it implies that AB, EF, can you see here AB, EF and DC are parallel. So we can say that AB, EF and DC have the same transversal, Transversal means what? If the lines are parallel, then it is what? The intersecting line. So AB, EF, DC have the same transversal, that is what? BD. Okay, so BD is what? Acting as a transversal. So we can say that therefore if all the three lines are parallel, their transversal is common, and if E is the midpoint of AD, okay, we have to mention here actually, that is if E is the midpoint of AD, so we can write here therefore A is equal to ED. So one common concept here, that is if all the points lying on EF parallel to AB, that will also becomes equal to the other sides. So we can write therefore for CF and FB, FC is equal to what? FB. Clear? And if FC becomes equal to FB, we can say that therefore F is also midpoint of BC. Clear? That we have to prove. Very simple way, and do not have to do any kind of calculation. Just we have to indicate that if is the midpoint, so EF is parallel to BC and AB. Sorry, EF is parallel to what? AB. So if EF is parallel to AB, so whatever the points lying on EF, that will be all remains at equal distance from AB or from DC. So if E is the midpoint here and the length of ED and length of AE are equal, so we can also say that F is also lying on the line EF, therefore FC is equal to FB. So we can say that F is the midpoint of BC. Sure? So this is what our first question. Question number 4. Now let's have question number 5 now. It is given as in a parallelogram ABCD. Okay, E and F. Can you see here? E and F are the midpoints of AB and CD respectively, so that line segments AF and EC trisect the diagonal BD. We have to show that what segment AF and EC intersect the diagonal BD. So let's prove it. Now we'll draw a diagram here, that is question number 5. This is our diagram. A, B, C, D. F is the midpoint of DC and E is the midpoint of AB, and it is both the diagonal given DB which intersect AE at P and EC at Q. Clear? So what we have to write here, that is, we have to prove that DP is equal to PQ is equal to QB. That is question number 5. That is EC intersects this line AF and EC intersected by DF in such a way that all the sides should be equal. So we have the proof here. We will start directly proof. We will write here, since E and F are the midpoints, E and F are the midpoints of AB and AC respectively. E and F are the midpoints of AB and AC respectively. So what we can write here, that is AE is half of AB. You just refer the figure also, because sometime what happens, the mobile cannot stick to the figure. A is equal to half of AB and CF is half of DC. So give it number 1, but we'll write here, but AB is equal to DC. Okay, AB is equal to DC, opposite sides of parallelogram, and AB parallel to DC. Clear? What is the reason here? It is what? Opposite sides of parallelogram. Opposite sides of parallelogram. Give it number 2. Follow this given and we will have our result. So we can write therefore AE is equal to CF. Can you see here? AE is equal to CF and AE parallel to CF. This is what we need to prove. AE equal to CF and AE parallel to CF, because AB is parallel to DC, F and E are the midpoints. So what are the points lying? Just we discussed in the above question. What are the points lying on AB and what are the points are lying on DC will remain always parallel to each other, because AB is parallel to DC. So we can say that AECF is a parallelogram. Therefore we'll write here AECF is a parallelogram. Clear? Now for bisector, what we'll write here, in triangle BAP. Can you see BAP? Okay, let's consider triangle BAP. So we'll write, in triangle BAP is the midpoint. In triangle BAP is the midpoint of AB. Is the midpoint of AB. So we can write here EQ parallel to AP. Therefore EQ parallel to AP. So what you can say, that Q is the midpoint. Q is the midpoint of PB. Q is the midpoint of PB, because if E is the midpoint of AB and AQ is parallel to AP, So all the points lying on line EQ will remain parallel to AP. Then we'll write here, therefore PQ is equal to QB. What we'll write here? Therefore PQ is equal to QB. In same way, we'll go for triangle DQC. Can you see a DQC? So we'll write here in triangle DQC. Once again, it is F is the midpoint of DC. So I will write here F is the midpoint of DC. F is the midpoint of DC. So what I will write here, DP is equal to PQ. If DF is equal to FC, that is if DF is equal to FC and DF is parallel to FC, I will write here DP is also equal to PQ. DP is also equal to PQ. Clear? So what we can say that DP is equal to PQ. Okay, from here you see here the third condition, it is given as PQ is equal to QB and DP is equal to PQ. So PQ is the common side from all those two conditions. So we can write from 3 and 4. From 3 and 4 it is PQ is equal to QB is equal to DP. PQ will become common. So we can say that PQ is equal to QB, or we can write therefore our requirement was DP is equal to PQ is equal to QB. Once again I'll explain you here. That is, first of all we have to take F as the midpoint of DC and is the midpoint of AB. It is given here. So we'll prove it a parallelogram, and then we'll prove that AECF is also a parallelogram. Why? Because all the points lying on AB and CD will remain parallel. Okay, property of parallelogram. So AECF will become a parallelogram, then is the midpoint of AB. So I will select a triangle BAP. It's a very simple one. Just we have to follow the midpoint theorem. So B is equal to AE. So that's why what are the points lying on EQ will remain parallel to AP, and we can say that BQ is also equal to PQ, our first condition. Same way we'll go for DQC. F is again the midpoint of DC. So if DF is equal to FC, and no need to write DF parallel to FC here. If DF is equal to FC, we can say DP is equal to PQ. So from 1 and 2, what we can say that PQ is equal to QB is equal to DP. Okay, so by this way we can prove our result. Clear? So these are the two questions which were left, and that much you have to solve. And then question number 7 you just try to do as an assignment. So this will be what finishing of our chapter 8. Okay, so whatever the questions we have solved according to the syllabus, we have to follow that one. If possible, you try question number 7. So question number 7, 5, 4, 2, 1. That much question you have to prepare for examination. Clear? You can see once more the full view of the question what we have to prove here.